college coaches pay attention to, and what they've talked to me about is they pay attention to like your transfer history.
Yeah.
So like if you transfer in high schools over coaching or this, you really think.
It's us. What's up, YouTube? We back again with episode number 2 of interviewing college athletes. Got my man Ty here with me.
Yes, sir.
I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Tyron Washington. I play college football. Well, I just graduated. I play college football at Weber International University, NAIA program. Been playing there for 4 years.
Yes, what's up? So, Weber International, NAIA. Just talk about your whole recruiting process. How did that go?
So,
Any advice for people watching?
I mean, for me, it was a little different because I didn't really know too much about recruiting. Well, you was in my class, so like you was my homeboy growing up. So I didn't really figure out about recruiting until probably like my junior year. Yeah. We didn't know about camps. We didn't know about Twitter. We didn't really know about none of that. So it was a little bit harder. And on top of that, I was COVID, baby. So we wasn't able to get no ACT and SAT in when I was supposed to take mine. I didn't really get to get recruited. So it was a little bit different, but the recruiting process was more so trying to get your film out on Twitter for me and just get it to coaches, trying to send it off, stuff like that. And then from there, all about, do you got the books and do your film really show what it is? Really got to put yourself out there if you ain't got no coaches really trying to put you out there for real. So
yeah, Twitter's a big thing, but have you been on Twitter lately?
Nah.
So like right now, you know, I just got the kids at the school trying to get their film out, but now Twitter is called X now. So if a coach is verified, which most coaches are, if you're not verified, you can't DM the coach. So now it's going all back to like email and stuff. So it's going back to the struggle, just like us. Like we didn't know how to get to them with Twitter, and now all these kids got Twitter and they can't reach out to the coaches because the DMs are blocked. So it's like it's just a whole nother thing. So it's going back to emails. But like you said, COVID. So you said you played 4 years. Do you still have eligibility left?
Yeah. So I didn't play 4 years. Like my freshman year, I kind of psyched out mentally. Like my freshman year, granddaddy died, some other stuff happened. So I didn't play my freshman year. I redshirted, and then my sophomore, junior, and my senior year, I started, and I played all of those years. But because of COVID, I got 1 more year, and then on top of that, I only played 3 years. So I technically still have 2 years of eligibility. Yeah.
Are you going back or are you done with it?
I ain't gonna lie, cuz it take a toll on you. Mentally, physically, emotionally, especially like when you're putting all your heart and soul into it take a toll on you after a while. I love it to death, but I'm undecided right now.
Yeah.
Right now, I just don't know. I don't know if my body can take it. So for sure. I definitely want to, but I don't know yet. We gonna see. it take a toll, but
like you just said, you know, physical, emotional, all that stuff, mental. Just talk about your situation, like how you overcame, you know, that transition going from high school to college through COVID and all that stuff.
I say the biggest thing about the transition between going from college to high school is you don't got mama there no more.
For sure.
I'm a mama baby, so mama did everything for me. So like,
homesick.
Yeah, homesick. Like
that's what got me.
Yeah, I said my freshman year, I sat on the phone with my mama every day for at least 2 hours, just sitting there, like, you know what I mean? We ain't even talking, but we sitting on the phone. So I said that's the biggest part. Like, you got to be able to manage your time. You got to be able to get up and being an athlete like you was. We got workouts at 6 or 5 a.m. You got breakfast. You maybe got a 30-minute nap, hour nap, and you got to go watch film, and then and don't let school get started because this is just before this before school. And then after that, you got to go to class between hours of 8 and 3, and then at 4 o'clock you got film. Then you got practice at 5. You don't get out of practice to 8, and then you got study hall if you got bad grades. I ain't have study hall, so I'm straight. You got study hall, and then you got to wake up every day and do this over and over and over again. So like, it was really, really getting like time management, like finding ways. Like one of my ways that I really worked out was I got a journal, and I would write down like everything I had to do. And that would be like, I would literally build in time schedules like, okay, I can take a nap here. Okay, I can go grocery shopping on this day. Okay, I need to do laundry on this day because Otherwise, cause I ain't gonna lie, it was hard, bro.
You don't
When
got
I first,
that free time.
you don't got nothing. Like when I first got there, bro, I was struggling. I'm calling my mom. I'm like, Mom, I'm tired. Mom, I'm this, I'm that. I want to come home, but we just had to push.
Yeah. It's like we talked about episode 1. You know, just that social life is hard to keep it going while you're a student athlete. Just all the stuff you got to do, all the practices, time management. But obviously, NAIA, you know, they can give you athletic money and academic. So let's talk about, like, you know, just talking to the people. What should they be going for academic wise, and like the FAFSA, your process of that.
So grades definitely matter if you're going anywhere. Grades matter for real. But with NAIA, because I went NAIA, I get athletic scholarship on top of educational scholarship because my GPA is over 3.0. So with my GPA getting over 3.0, that made me full ride it on top of the FAFSA.
Yeah.
So I get like my FAFSA all back in my pocket. And then like NAIA, they can full ride you, but they're gonna full ride you with like your educational scholarship or your FAFSA scholarship. So like I got full rided with my educational scholarship, and I get to put my FAFSA in my pocket.
Yeah.
So like really, with NAIA, they can't full ride you like athletically, but they can make it a full ride with your educational and stuff like that. But really, you got to get the grades, because I ain't gonna lie, the most you'll probably get a semester in NAIA is like 10 grand. You're not getting no craziness. And NAIA programs, the one I'm at is a private school, so it make it 10 times worse, bro. So. Yeah.
And that's the same thing, you know, D3, D2, all JUCO, all that stuff. Because you get a D1 offer, you see them on Twitter, that don't mean it's a full ride.
Yeah.
You got, some people think a preferred walk-on is an offer, you know, just a spot on the team is an offer.
None of that.
You gotta do your research, man, because some people be capping on Twitter.
Real talk. Grades is the biggest thing, because you can't play without grades. We don't have so many 5 players coming now. And they 5, they 5, but just ain't got no grades. After one semester, they play one semester and they gone, because
grades,
they can't keep up.
Recruiting portal, did you ever think about leaving?
For sure.
What made you stay?
It's gonna sound cocky, but I'm him where I'm at.
Yeah. So you were like a leader on the team?
Yeah, I was a captain. Cause it was like
that's good. Just a good situation for you.
Yeah, and then I'm graduating. I'm a bachelor's. I'm graduating with my bachelor's. By the time I started wanting to leave, I was a sophomore, and it didn't make sense to leave. Like, I'm starting as a sophomore, my first year touching the field. I'm starting as a junior. I'm starting as a senior. Why am I leaving? You know what I mean? Like, everything seemed right. If I wanted to leave, this would probably be the perfect time to leave, because I got 2 more years left and I can go get a master's. But otherwise, it was just, I ain't gonna lie, it was just a perfect setup.
Situation.
Yeah, I was getting comfortable. I found friends. Because I ain't gonna lie, one of the biggest things for me my freshman year was, like I told you, I always sat on the phone in the room.
Yeah.
Like with my mama, like I wasn't really talking to nobody. I ain't had no friends my freshman year. So like if I wasn't in my dorm room, because I ain't eating the calf, I would cook in my room. If I wasn't at practice, classroom, I was in my dorm room. And if I wasn't in my dorm room, I was in my car on the way home.
Yeah.
Like, so like I found good friends my sophomore year. The beginning of my sophomore year into my freshman year, I found some friends, and that kind of made me stay too, because we all moved out together off campus and stuff, and it kind of like created a bond, kind of like homed it. So that was another big thing, because I ain't gonna lie, my sophomore year, if I went in my sophomore year, I had no friends, it would have been over with.
Yeah.
Weber out in the boonies stuff, it would have been over with.
Yeah. So you said you got 2 years of eligibility left. Are you thinking, like, would you go back to be a graduate assistant, just to, you know, try to get your master's, or you just finna go to work? And you thought about anything?
I'm definitely, there's some plans in the air. I got 2 years left. My coach wants me to come back, and they have a health service administration major, master's there. So for me, it's like, if you can get your master's for free,
for sure.
get it for free. but at the same time, my body beat up. So mentally, physically, you feel what I'm saying? And this year, I think last year we went like 7-3, but this year we ain't had the best year. We went like 3-7. So when you losing, and on top of that, it take a toll on you, cuz. And like I said, I was like a captain, so it's kind of like I had to keep my spirits up. And in reality, bro, I'm like, I don't want to be out here. I don't want to be doing this. You feel what I'm saying? So, but definitely think about another year. Definitely
like even a graduate assistant where like you're not playing, you're like
coaching,
assistant coach, like just being around there still, being a leader, coaching but not really, you know, just helping out.
Okay, let me ask you this: do you think you could do that?
I don't coach right now, but not at the school I was.
See,
not at the school I was at.
See, you feel me? I don't think I would be able to. I think I would start off as a grad assistant, and then I would end up getting back in gear.
Yeah.
I don't think I would be able to sit there and watch.
Yeah,
like, knowing that I have years left for eligibility, I don't think I'll be able to sit there and watch them play football in my face and not get on the field, like try to get on the field. I don't think it'll happen.
I still got problems at the high school, you know. I be trying to lace it out, get on the court with them, you know, they be talking smack. I'm like, I ain't too far out my prime now.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Them just don't know. They built different nowadays, but I don't know.
Let's talk about this. So like, you at college, obviously you got a strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta eat right, diet right.
Yeah.
So you know the kids today, like, vapes bad. Young kids getting on the dab pen, smoking weed all the time. You know, just talk about how that stuff can affect their body. Because I tell them all the time, but coming from a college athlete, you know, they might take it different. But like, just talk about how what you put in your body affects the way you play.
It really do. Because like, I ain't gonna lie, like, it got to a point, like, I had a routine before games. Like, I would eat a certain amount of things. Like, I would drink a Pedialyte before I went to sleep. Pedialyte when I wake up. I would have to be to sleep by 12 o'clock, bro. Like, lamps out before a game. And then in the morning, the first thing I would grab is a Pedialyte, 2 bananas, and then I would eat breakfast. But my breakfast wasn't like really heavy. It was more so like a carb thing. Yeah. So it really do matter, bro, because like we have players out there that be vaping and stuff, bro, and they be out there dying because like our conditioning ain't no joke. Cause like to get on the field, you gotta do 16. We call it Hell Day. It's called 16 110s and 200. So you gotta go 100, and then you gotta go at 200, and then that's one.
Yeah. And
you got 16 of them. So it's like, it ain't no joke to get on the field. Like,
you gotta have good lungs, and y'all smoking that stuff.
It ain't no.
Y'all gonna struggle when you get up there.
Everybody doing it nowadays. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I ain't gonna lie, half our football team do it too. But I mean, I don't do it. I don't really know at the time. I don't know. It's like that. I ain't gonna lie, cause
I mean, a lot of y'all do it, but I mean, you just making it harder for yourself. Like, you just keep it out your system. You know, you got great athletes doing it. Just imagine what you could be if you weren't doing it.
You feel me? Ain't gonna lie, that's a lot. What you put in your body is definitely like one of the biggest things. Like, we have players all the time. Like, I'm one of them. Don't go. I only probably sat out like 2 practices before because of this. I go all day without eating just because, like, let's go back to time management. Just because I'm running all day. I had class. I had weights. I went home and went to sleep, and now it's time to go practice, and I ain't ate nothing or drunk nothing all day. And I'm at practice dizzy, finna pass out because I ain't ate or drunk nothing all day. So, like, it definitely matters what you put in and out your body. I don't like take this from me. Take in high school, started earlier, taking the weight room, the nutrition, all that time. Y'all don't think time management is a big thing, like when the weight room, nutrition, all that training, that extra work. But when you get, a lot of people fail in college because they good, they the man at their high school. But when you get to college, everybody the man.
Everybody.
You know, everybody them dudes. So it's really who actually put in that extra work, and then it's just who a dog. Like, who really gonna walk on the field and you ain't better than me. You gotta prove it to me that you. I'm 5'8", bro, and every old lineman I go against 6'3", 6'4", but you gotta prove to me that you better than me.
For sure.
At the end of the day,
I mean, it's just that saying, man. Talent's gonna get beat eventually.
Right.
That hard work gonna catch up to you.
Hard work,
Sure.
hard work. So you got to take it serious now, like while you in high school. I ain't gonna lie, if I could do it or redo it over again, I'd do it. Cause I
would start in middle school, man.
What? I didn't work out in high school. Like I'm in the weight room working out, but I ain't working out for real. I'm training after school, but I ain't training for real. I'm out there to be seen. You feel what I'm saying? Like I ain't really doing it how like now I'm training like at 8 o'clock at night. I'm at the sand pit. It's dark. I'm at the baseball field. I can't get on the football field. You feel what I'm saying? I wasn't doing it because it mattered. I was doing it because it looked cool.
Yeah. Posting on social media. I'm out working, but you ain't really working.
I'm sitting on my phone. I did 2 ladder drills. Now I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure. So we all been about the mental part of just being a college athlete, how tough it is on you. We already talked about the transition, getting homesick. So let's go and elaborate on what you did, what you went through, stuff like that.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Mental health is probably like the biggest. Don't get it twisted. Physical health is a big one, but mental health is probably like the biggest thing. Because if you ain't mentally strong, college coaches gonna break you. Like they literally are trying to break you.
Trying to make you go home.
It's like my coach after every practice, we had this thing called tour duty, and we do tour duty after like in the what is it called, like fall camp, like hell week, fall camp, fall camp and spring camp. We do tour duty every day after practice, and it's 6 stations, 4 minutes, nothing to hell. Like one drill is monkey rolls, one drill is up downs, ladder drill, like all just type of crazy shit, bro. And it's literally meant to break you. So like coaches literally want to break you, cause like, and it's times like where I go home and I'm like mentally drained. I'm like, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to be here no more. Like I can't do this. Like it's not for me. But it's like you gotta find that extra. Like you gotta turn to God for real. You gotta find that extra something to push you of why you doing this. Like what's your why?
You gotta know your why.
What's your why? Because I ain't gonna lie, in college I wouldn't have made it if I wouldn't have had no why. It's been plenty of times where I get mad at a coach and I'm done, or I'm at practice, bro, and we running, and it's like, why is we running? Like what are we doing? Like why is we sitting out here running? And like I'm mentally ready to give up, or I'm in the classroom, or I got a 30-page paper due. I'm like, bro, I don't want to do this. Like I'm gonna give up. So, bro, that mental health is probably the biggest part of a college athlete, because I ain't gonna lie, like college students, yeah, it's a big part, but college athlete, you don't really have a social life, realistically. Like you don't really have time. If me and you in college together, I see him for 14 hours out of the day, and out of them 14 hours, I'm asleep for 8 of them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so like, literally, you don't have a life. So like, it's hard when you don't have that social life. You don't have that time really to yourself to really just, you know what I mean? You gotta find your peace outside of like football. You gotta know something that you can turn to just connect it and drop it off, just so you can find yourself. Because mentally, you gonna kill yourself in that football.
I know you said, you gotta have your why. You brought up, God just giving you that strength to fight through. Got you on social media. I seen like you go fishing every once in a while. That's just like to clear your mind, just out there in nature, just chilling.
That's my piece. I'm not gonna lie. My piece is, cause I don't have too much free time, but when I do have free time, I just go fishing. Just sit out there in the water. Sometimes I ain't even fishing. I'm just sitting out there by the water, just chilling. Cause that's the peace that I have. To say to y'all young athletes and even athletes now, like that's playing, find your why of why you playing. Know your why. Because your why is what's going to drive. When I say you got to have that dog in you, your why is what drive your dog out of you. That's what push you to the level of making you, separate you from being better, good, and great. You know what I'm saying? That why. So I would say find your why.
You can't be, you're young, you got into football because of your parents. If you playing for your parents all the way up to senior year, you try to get to college, and you still trying to play for them, it's gonna be tough. You got to actually love the sport. I think that was my biggest thing. Like, I love the sport. Obviously, I'm coaching now. But getting to college, like, got a realization, like, I love the sport, but do I love playing it?
It's a job, bro.
Yes, it's a job. Like, I tell them all the time, it's a job. You know, that's a full work schedule. You know, no break. And then you got school on top of that. It's tough. And just going back on like your college coach is trying to make you quit. You know, that's different from high school. If you the man in high school, you know your coach gonna be hard on you, but he ain't trying to make you quit because he don't need you, but he wants you to play.
Need you. He need you. I ain't gonna say he don't need you. He needs you for sure.
So it's like he's not trying to make you quit, but once you get into college, man, their job is to find your replacement next year. So if you quit, you got an upperclassman, and the year after that, they're just gonna bring somebody on that's probably just as good as you, if not better. So that's a big difference right there.
My college coach literally told me, like, I want to say my junior year, when I started my sophomore year and I came to my junior year, and he told me my job is to recruit somebody better than you. Yeah. He was like, so either you're gonna get better or you're gonna get worse. Yeah. He was like, but my job is to recruit somebody better, bigger, and faster than you, and that's what I'm gonna do. Sure. But you know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna that's where that mental come in, because most of y'all gonna lay down. Y'all like, damn, like, nah, I ain't really care about that. Like, real talk. But like you just said something a lot. Like, when you up at them higher levels, they hold you to a higher standard. Like, we have a thing called leadership council, bro, at our school, and it's basically like he picked, I think it's like 8 of us on leadership council. And it's like all your captains on your team, basically, like from a position group, bro. And we get held to this standard that is like crazy. Like, bro, after practice, we gotta run. Yeah. Because we're a leadership council, and if we running, other players gonna do it. So like, when we running as a team, if we're not first, he's restarting. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Because he feel like we're supposed to be giving all our all. So if we're not out there first giving all our all, we're restarting or he gonna tell you to go put your shit up. Yeah. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, so bro, it's definitely different.
They don't play, man. I mean, that's how they feed their family. So
real.
That's real. They gotta win. So they're not gonna play around with you. Like some stuff you get away with high school, get to that next level, they're not gonna put up with it. You know, we do high school level. You know, we're trying to get y'all ready for that next level, but you know, y'all get away with a little bit of stuff just because, you know, y'all young. We're still trying to teach you stuff, but as soon as you make that jump, as soon as you sign that paper, and you're a grown man, they don't care.
Real talk. That was probably I ain't gonna lie, that was probably one of out of my hiccups. That was probably like one of my hugest hiccups too. Jumping in there, I didn't know how to practice. Yeah. Because I didn't practice in high school. You could probably say the same thing. I didn't practice in high school. Like, we didn't really practice in high school. Yeah. We didn't hit at practice. We ain't do none of that. But like in college, bro.
So it's a full game every practice, really.
Every practice, bro. Like my first week with no pads, I'm sore every day after practice. Like, my body is beat. And then on top of that, when we got in pads, it's like by the time we got into pads, bro, I'm shot. Yeah. And now I'm like, I feel like I don't play the whole game my first practice. Yeah. Because it's like
so fast and just hitting all the time.
Yeah, it's like ain't no at practice we just chilling, laying down, chilling. Nah, ain't none of that. You hitting, bro. You at practice, you going, bro. Like, ain't no.
And like even if where I was at, like, I wasn't on first team, I was a freshman, so the starters was over there scrimmaging. We had the, you know, second string backups over here scrimmaging. It's both, like, there's nobody on the sidelines. Like, you on the field. If you rotate with somebody, you rotating every play. Mm-hmm. Y'all just hitting full speed all day long. And then the weights on top of that, your body already sore. So you got to take care of yourself. You know, there's trainers there, but hey, you got to take care of yourself.
Really able to sit down with my coach. You got to earn your stripes, put it like that. You definitely got to earn your stripes. Because, like, even though I was starting my sophomore year, it wasn't no talk to coach. Hey, coach, this is what I'm seeing. Like, nah, like, do what I tell you. Yeah. It is what it is. I wouldn't say till, like, probably the middle of my junior season where I earned my stripes with my coach. That's when I was able to, like, talk to my coach. Yeah. And, like, so definitely coaches in college don't care, bro. They getting paid regardless. They getting paid regardless if you play, if he play, if he play, like, I don't care about that.
I mean, any of your stripes, like, even for the young middle schoolers coming up to high school, I mean, it's the same way. Like, if you're a freshman on varsity, yeah, that means you good. Sophomore on varsity, that means you good. But, you know, coach ain't gonna come up and ask you what you see. You know, you still gotta earn your stripes. You're gonna go, you know, just me personally, I'm gonna go to the seniors, juniors that's been in the program for a little bit, that knows the speed of the game, you know, that's been watching film, that knows sit down watching film, you know, what you see, you know, if you see that, I trust you enough to check into this coverage, this blitz or whatever. So yeah, you just gotta earn your stripes, earn the coach's trust, but that comes again with, you know, weight room, practicing full speed, what you doing in the classroom, you know, you got to hold yourself accountable in all those categories.
All three categories. That's a big one too, film. Y'all need to learn how to watch film.
Yeah.
Your high school coaches usually teach you the basis of it, but you got to learn how to sit down and really break the film down, because I ain't gonna lie, in college, that's the difference in the game. How fast the game is.
Yeah.
But if you can slow down the games, that like when you know they finna get in trio, and if the wing motion out in trio, you know that's 80% pass. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now that slows the game down like 10 times more. And if you can do that in high school, shout out to Coach Rob. Taught us how to watch film for real.
Sure.
That was one of my advantages growing up. Like going into college, I actually knew what I was looking at. I knew formations. I knew everything compared to all freshmen, bro. So like that was one of my big advantages. So watching film, I could break down a film. Like I could sit there and realize, oh, he doing this. Oh, every time they motion into doubles, it's 100% pass. Every time the trio, the wings and flex versus trio, you know what I mean? It's counter or it's power. You feel what I'm saying? So that's another thing you got to start kind of developing. I know you seem like it's early. It's too early to do all this, but the faster you start on it, the more the game comes slow. Right?
That's tendency. Picking up on your opponent's tendencies will help you so much. You know.
Yes.
Just little things that, you know, they're doing that they don't even realize that they're doing, but they do it every single time when they're about to get the ball or this play is coming. Just it's little things you can pick up on watching huddle, because you know, like Coach Rob did amazing. He's the one who taught me how to go and huddle and break it down. I do it for my athletes all the time, but you know, I'm so busy writing down the formation, what play it was, what direction the ball went to get those type of tendencies. Like I might miss if the tackle put his hand, if he's heavy on his hands on a run and light on the pass, because I'm so busy putting all that stuff in. So, you know, if you pick up on that, you know, now one of my plays pick up on that, now I can go back and actually look at it. So now I can change my play call when I can just look at the tackle and know what's about to come.
Pigeon around.
Yeah.
Pigeon around. That's what we called that in high school. We had a team that he would, anytime it was passed, he would go like this, and then anytime it was run, he would put his hands on his hips. So like it was tendency showed 98% true.
Wow.
So like, bro, the whole game we just yelling pigeon around, and they ain't pick up on it, and bro, we ate them up because we knew every time they was throwing the ball, and every time they was running the ball. Like
that's that goes back, like that's the biggest thing, like with Michigan sign stealing, like I've been talking to people about. It's like you at that level, like okay, they might be sign stealing or whatever. A coach call whatever, all right, they running that. You gotta be smart enough on the field to just yell BS out. Like I remember when we played, we had Omega. We used to call it orangutan. Yeah, like just random stuff. So we'll get like,
look out.
They'll be like, okay, we thought y'all running this, but y'all just called this out. So
look out.
So they'll get confused, or like they'll jump off sides because we're yelling things out. So it's like, I understand the sign stealing gives you an advantage, but at the same time, you got to be smart enough to counter against it, you know?
Yeah, be an athlete. Don't be a robot on the field.
For sure.
You gotta be an athlete and be smart enough to put it. That's definitely true. I remember that. Omega and orangutan.
But yeah, have you seen or heard about like all the rules that they're passing in Florida right now with high school sports? So they're I don't know if it's officially passed, but there's a law going out that's saying like, say your team don't make playoffs or your season's over, you can transfer to a school, sit out 6 days, and join another team.
For playoffs?
For playoffs, or yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, you know, up here, like, they ain't gonna fly up here. Like, we ain't gonna accept people. But, like, down south, Tampa, where those schools are, like, 10 miles apart.
Lakeland,
yeah.
Armwood, all the
Like,
boys.
they're finna just start building super teams. And, you know, it's like even Walton up the road, you know, they made it to the second round. They just lost Pensacola Catholic, but they got a lot of returners, but they're in the middle of nowhere. So when they start making that turn, Jacksonville going down to Tampa, playing those schools that are getting recruits late, that's also gonna mess with, you know, film, because you ain't gonna see somebody. But I mean, it's just this state. This state is just going. I don't like what they're doing.
College coaches are like that though, because like I said, I've sat with my college coach and watched film on athletes, and they ask me what I like, what I don't like, what I like their film. I've sit film to my college coaches being like, hey, this is a ball player, check him out. Like, this is information. But one of the big things we do pay attention to, like what college coaches pay attention to and what they've talked to me about is they pay attention to like your transfer history.
Yeah.
So like if you transfer in high schools over coaching or this, you really think they not looking at in college?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they pay attention to that. Yeah. They pay attention to how many high schools you went to.
Yeah.
I mean, you unstable. That mean you can't face adversity.
Yeah, can't take coaching.
Yeah, you're not coachable most times because you went to this high school for 1 year, you went to this high school for 2 years, and then you turned around and went to this high school. That's different if you're like a military kid, something like that. You know what I mean? But like if you're transferring high school, you go from Crestview, Niceville to Fort Wallace.
Yeah,
Come on, bro.
And it's like I know our Twitter, you know, we don't post pictures every time a college coach comes to us because, you know, we feel like that's look at us. But if a college coach comes to this area, they're going to every school in this area. We're gonna talk about kids. Like, I've had coaches come to Crestview and ask me what I think about kids at other school. You know, obviously I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. They'll ask about kids at our school. I'm gonna give them honest opinion. So, I mean, if you do one school bad that's 10 minutes away from you and transfer, like, the college coach is gonna find out. Even the head coach of the school that you transfer to, they're gonna be honest, you know, because we can't lie for you. You get the college now, that's a bad look on us. You know, it's gonna mess up the school's future on sending other kids to college. So they ain't gonna lie for you. And every little thing, I mean, coaches got that note in the back of their mind. So
every little thing, everything. You don't even think it, but like everything. Like, coach will literally look at him and be like, he don't got no manners. I don't want him. And they feel like manners translate to the field, which it do for certain players. So like I've heard college coaches say all the time, like, when they come to a school and they see a kid in slides or Crocs, they ain't even gonna offer them. They come in with their hood on. If they ain't take the AirPods out when they're talking, they ain't gonna offer them. And I understand that, but like the Crocs and slides like that surprised me. No, that's real.
But
we can't go in.
Real.
I can't go into my training room. I can't go in my locker room in my training room without tennis shoes on.
Yeah.
Like, but that's also because like I have bad ankles and stuff like that. Like, if I go in there, they'll be fussing at me and yelling at me. Like, if I got on flip flops, I wear flip flops a lot. But like, they don't want. They be telling us all the time, don't come in the training room without tennis shoes on. Like, real talk. So I could see that. It's just crazy that they're not recruiting players for that. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I mean, they're at the school for you, but just because they come see you don't mean they're gonna give you an offer. Just, you know, one little thing. Like, I remember just my thing. Like, Coach Carolina came to the high school one day to look at me and talk to me, and he just straight up told me I wasn't tall enough, I wasn't big enough, and I was like, thanks for your time. I just went back to class, but hey, it's a business. It's all a business, is what it really is.
For sure, business. Definitely have been told that multiple times.
Yeah.
You're not tall enough.
The eye test, gotta pass that eye test.
That's probably the biggest thing. And I ain't gonna lie, at the level that I'm at in AIA, even with the D3, D2, D1, the D3, D3, in AIA and D3, like, that's probably where a lot of us lack, like, the eye test.
Yeah.
A lot of most athletes. Because there's some dogs in conferences, but they just 5. You at corner 5'9" instead of 6 foot. You feel what I'm saying? That's probably
like I'm telling my athletes right now, like if you really think you that guy, you think you can make it to a big school eventually, you just think you got overlooked or whatever. If you want to bet on yourself, go JUCO. I think that's why I tell them you're there for 2 years and now you can transfer easy because you got to transfer basically. So
JUCO.
that's JUCO, yeah. JUCO.
If you bad, JUCO.
Yeah, I don't know the process of transferring from NAIA to NCAA. I don't know that process.
You go in, and what would you do with it? It's the same process because I was actually gonna do it until I chose my major. You go in and get an AA instead of doing like choosing your major. So you go in and get you an AA. Because the AA is 2 years, and then once you graduate with your AA, now you transfer. Because now you have your degree in your AA, and your AA is like your basic credits. You feel what I'm saying? So now you can take your AA and go wherever you want to go. You got a degree, and then on top of that, now you put in your AA into your bachelor's.
Yeah, just going to a 4-year school if you're going to a 4-year school trying to transfer, that's gonna be hard for you because there's gonna be juniors and seniors at that school instead of going to JUCO, where it's only 2-year guys there. So it's kind of tricky, but
Harder to play.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta. If you think you that guy, you gotta bet on yourself. Really.
JUCO would probably be the best route though. If they feel like they can make it,
especially with the transfer portal. Like, you hear Dion already say like, why would I go recruit high school when I can go to the transfer portal and get somebody who's already played college, got that experience? Already made that transition. I know they're not going to get homesick. I know they're not going to go home. I know coaching isn't going to be too hard for them, type stuff like that. So
coach is going to talk to you any kind of way they want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Like,
that's about it for today. I appreciate you for coming, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I hope y'all watched the whole video so y'all can learn, take everything down, take notes, whatever you need to do. And just, really... Buy in, just wait your time, be patient. Hey, college is coming soon. High school's only 4 years, it flies by.
Baby, I can pop out right now, pull my big one on these hoes down. I'm not acrobatic, I'm not flipping on my bros, no. All my shit be factual, I cannot get exposed. Real talking stick, I catch a bitch before I catch a cold.